Welcome to a journey into the heart of global mobility. Today, we explore the guardians of access in society. In a world where people cross borders faster than ever, we must ask ourselves, what happens when our systems cannot speak the same language? We are looking at the high-stakes environment of interpretation, the future of AI collaboration, and the urgent need for inclusive Taiwan citizenship. We often think of language barriers as simple misunderstandings, but they are actually power imbalances. When comprehension fails, fundamental rights are interfered. On one side, we have the heavy institution, complex jargon, and medical authority. On the other side, the migrant facing emotional duress and cultural disorientation. Without a professional interpreter as the mediator, the system fails, and informed consent becomes an illusion. The professional interpreter is not a friend, an advocate, or an advisor. They are a transparent conduit. Their goal is absolute neutrality and fidelity to meaning, while translation deals with written. Oral texts our interpreters deal with, and this interpretation happens in real time, demanding immediate cultural decoding. First, let's look at the multicultural classroom. In the classroom, the stake is equal access to learning. The challenge isn't just vocabulary, it's high context versus low context communication. For example, in East Asian cultures, silence might signify processing or respect, the silence of shame, but a teacher might misinterpret it as defiance. The interpreter's role is to bridge this without becoming a tutor. Next, look at the clinic and the hospital. In healthcare, the decisions are usually made for patients rather than with them. So, the interpreters translate the exact probability of risk, ensuring that a patient's nod isn't just a sign of deference to authority, but the true understanding of what the doctors or nurses say. Next, in the interrogation room or any judicial settings, here the stake is constitutional rights. An interpreter must manage the knot of confusion. Where suspects say yes out of fear, they must translate street slang and bad words exactly as spoken, terms like a human head, or adjusting things, because the legal record cannot be sacrificed. The interpreters must resist the urge to fix rude tones or over solutions. They remain in the center, neutral, faithful, and strictly confidential. As to the cause of failure across institutional pillars, when interpreters fail, the costs are devastating. First, in education, social isolation and school misplacement will happen. Next, in healthcare, medical mistreatment and compromised safety take place. Next, in judicial settings, coerced confessions and wrongful convictions might happen. To do this, a human-AI collaborative architecture, AI is our collaborator, not a substitute. In pre-trial, AI prepares terminology and summarizes data. In trial, AI provides live transcription to prevent human omissions. In post-trial, AI compiles the draft, while the human takes legal responsibility for the final accuracy to double-check. In this way, we protect the system with 4 shields: fairness, verifiability, high-risk oversight, and data protection. The AI provides the data. The human makes the final ethical judgment. The conclusion is simple. AI delivers speed and memory, but human delivers empathy and moral judgment. Together, they free the human to guard the meaning. This ecosystem works in 3 phases: preparation, execution, and verification. It ensures that tone, nuance, and legal responsibility are never sacrificed for efficiency. Let's make the call for inclusive citizenship. We suffer the paradox of incomplete citizenship in Taiwan. This brings us to a critical human rights issue in Taiwan. It's not language rights, but it is part of human rights. Over 590,000 new residents, probably 90% of whom are women, serve as indispensable cultural bridges, just like what we have said, and the caregivers. Yet, Article 9 of the Taiwan Nationality Act forces them to renounce their original nationality. This strips them of cross-border inheritance and property rights, leaving them in legal limbo as the incomplete citizens. With over 500,000 immigrants driving a permanent demographic shift in Taiwan, the demand for languages like Vietnamese, Indonesian, and Thai language is surging. Migration forces these individuals into immediate contact with high-stakes institutions every day. For conclusion, language access is a fundamental right. Language access is not a service, it is a fundamental right to a modern society. Interpretation is a mechanism for fairness and a bridge for human dignity. By legally empowering our transnational guardians and ethically integrating technology, we ensure that no voice is lost to the silence of the system. It is time to revise our laws and recognize these women as the full citizens they already are. Thank you for your watching.